Hey everybody, Hold Joe Rock and Roll here, coming at you live and unscripted. In the last video, it was some video that I actually recorded in 2013. I said it was July the 10th, but I think the date and month were flipped. It probably was October the 7th, because at the very end of the video, I noticed there was a woman wearing a winter coat, so it must have been October the 7th, not July the 10th. Although you can see the weather was clear, grass was still growing, it was October, it hadn't been any snow here in 2013. Pretty mild winter that year, if I remember correctly. But I wanted to touch up on these noise barriers that I showed you, or you saw in the video. Do a little closer examination. I've often myself wanted to know what it's made out of, and here I am going to examine them a lot closer, so stay tuned for that. Hey y'all, I wanted to get a close-up of these noise barriers, kind of show you what they look like. You're off a highway here. You have these noise barriers. And I always wondered, I had an assumption what was inside, but I always wanted to see what it is. Basically, iron cross beams. This is a heavy-duty plastic on the outside, and inside looks like either a fiberglass or a insulation, kind of what they might call a wool. It's probably not wool. It's not going to be wool. This is most likely some kind of a fiberglass strand. And it does absorb and block a lot of the sound. See, there's the highway. It is roughly, I'll say about 8 or 9 inches thick. And this is the roadside. You can see sometimes vines growing. Now here would be a good place to grow some grapes. You know what I'm saying? As long as you knew that the city officials, the maintenance people wouldn't cut your grapevines. They do actually plant certain vines along these things to help absorb, you know, noise and also suck up the carbon as they grow. But here's a big rondo just a few kilometers outside of Krakow. I think I'm like 3 clicks outside the city limits. But I want to give you a close-up of what this looks like. And obviously, this is certainly a heck of a lot less expensive than precast concrete dividers that you usually would see in the US. They say that costs about $1 million per linear mile or something like that. No, it's not. No, it's something different than that. It's pretty expensive. But this one, see here I'm on the inside. The noise certainly is a lot less. You can still hear some of it. But as the cars are coming up, it's definitely a lot muffled, the sound. Alright, this has been Holy Joe Rock and Roll, coming at you live and unscripted. A little close-up of these sound barriers, what they look like, what they're made of. Metal, so these are big metal frames that come together with these wire grid, and then inside just insulation, and that's it. All right, make it happen for the captain, people, because you're the captain.